Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot. And this is the Sagittarius reading for August 2022 for what is on Sagittarius's spiritual path for August. I want to remind everybody that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube readers that you can check out. I also want to remind everybody that you can get in contact with me here in the comments of the video, or you can get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Instagram Tarot page, of which there is only one, and I will never solicit a reading to you or ask for funds via email or DM. So if you receive something like that from someone claiming to be me, that is not me. That would be a scam, and please do report those. I also want to remind everybody to check out your other placements, as it can give you a broader picture of what might be going on. And if any of this resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it helps the video and the channel get into the proper algorithms. And it really is most appreciated. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message. What is on Sagittarius's spiritual path for August 2022? 3 cards, please. Now I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. All right. Knight of Swords, starting out. The Empress card, this landed right on my hand, so we're going to take that one. And at the bottom, we have this 6 of Swords here. So, in this energy, you're very driven towards what you want. There is a fast movement you're seizing, and you're coming into these new opportunities. You're driven towards success. You're driven towards this abundance. And there's an element of your energy that is of a nurturing quality here. So you're feeling very optimistic in this time. And here we have the 3 of Pentacles. So you're coming into this team showing your gifts, or excuse me, sharing your gifts and your unique skill set here. You're building something. You're setting manifestation into motion and building this thing that in the center of it is spiritual sustenance with the Eucharist here. And with the 6 of Swords here, you are having to, and this is kind of what all this is riding on, is you have to drop off the baggage here. And as you can see on this card, this passage across this river, this transition, would be a lot easier if you could toss some of these swords overboard. So, tossing over what doesn't serve you. The Spirit is asking you to leave that behind you. And this is going to aid in your speed, because if you picture it like this, imagine if this rider is running at full tilt, and then him and his horse have to get on this boat and then they're just slowly going across the river. This rider and this horse are going to become extremely restless. And so this is kind of, you're in this energy of this restless, you're driven to this, into this new area of manifestation, creating this, some sort of structure that will hold spiritual sustenance. But the Spirit is saying you must release what doesn't serve you. And releasing this and stepping forward into this is the rite of passage. You have to release this. So let's get 3 cards from the Yogic Path deck. So each deck is kind of like, thank you, is like going into another layer of this energy. And that's why I use so many different decks. I'm also a person that doesn't speak very much in the everyday life. So in these moments of quietude when I am shuffling, look and listen within if you get it. Thank you. If you get any images, if you get any images, sounds, words you hear within yourself, smells that remind you of something, and take those into account, because this is your intuition telling you something about this reading. So those are just as much a part of this reading as what I'm saying in these cards are. So do listen to those in these moments of quiet. One more card, please, for our Sagittariuses, for what's on their spiritual path in August 2022. One more card, please. Thank you. All right. So we have Shiva here. Now this is the dancing Shiva. This is Nataraja. So this is the dance of the universe. Somebody else got a similar string of cards here. So, and Shiva is also the god of destruction. And when something is destroyed, you have to let it go. You can't carry it around with you. For instance, if you smash your phone into a million pieces, you don't pick up those pieces and put them in your pocket and you just carry them around with you for the next year or whatever. You go ahead and you throw that away. So this again is speaking to this destruction and letting go. Letting go and be completely involved in this dance of this journey ahead of you, this rite of passage. And then we have Saraswati. This is the goddess of knowledge, learning, music, talent. So again, with skills, with your unique skill set that you bring to this team for this building of, could be building a movement, building an actual temple, or building a yoga studio, or building a place for your coven to gather, something of that nature where people can come for spiritual sustenance. But the Spirit is reminding your skill set is really important in this. And then we have the Buddha. So Buddha is an enlightened being, a realized being. He's the awakened one. But this, I'm feeling, is the compassion of the Buddha. This is this nurturing nature of the Empress. There's something abundant and beautiful about the serenity of the Buddha, the stability of this inner climate. And this is kind of where you come to. You're driven fast into this, but at some point, once you realize that you're kind of like at this destination, you kind of slow down. You see how she's very relaxed. Her seat is covered in cushions. She is very much feeling very comfortable in this situation. So this is also part of the transition. So this compassionate heart. So let's get 3 cards, 3 messages, please, for our Sagittariuses for what is on their spiritual path in August 2022. 3 cards, 3 messages, please. Vajrapani. 3 cards, 3 messages. Vishnu. One more, please. One more, please. All right, we'll take them. We will take them. All right. I have Karma, Dakini, and Kubera. So Vajrapani's message. He's the guardian at the temple gate. And it says, use your strengths to help someone who is struggling. So this is the type of structure you're erecting here. Is a place where people can come for spiritual sustenance, or something that people can be involved in for spiritual sustenance. And it's going to help those who are struggling. And as I say that, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. Then we have Vishnu, the preserver god, the god of the celestial realm. Now, my name is Badri Das, and Badri is another name for Vishnu here. And the message here is the life force within us is the same power that created the universe. So this essentially what you're driven to is this at the end game is the realization, the experience, the experiential realization that the force that created the universe is the same life force that is within you and animating your body. And he is here depicted riding Garuda, the bird man. And I get this kind of energy. You're riding fast into this knowledge. And also into this place where people can have this realization. The Karma Dakini. Replace envy by focusing on your accomplishments. So in this team, you're not going to have to envy the others. You will definitely be impressed by the talents that they bring to the table also. But the Spirit is saying, don't get caught up or feel like you're lacking in some area. And it's reminding you to focus on your accomplishments and focus on what you do bring to the table, not what you don't bring to the table. And Kubera, the patron of arts, creator of abundance, and his message is be a creator of abundance. So again, with this creation, there's something that you are driven towards creating because you see this opportunity opening up for you. Now, Kubera resides in the realms of the demons. And Kubera is a magician. And Kubera is known for the Kubera square. Now, this is square magic, planetary magic, and it's essentially, this Kubera square is used for money magic. This type of abundance magic. So this may be something also that you're utilizing here to create that. And if you're interested in that, I definitely suggest checking that out. Leave no stone unturned here. All right, let's get 3 cards from the Gita deck. What is on Sagittarius' spiritual path for August 2022? 3 cards, please. Thank you. All right. Okay. 1 more card, please. One more card, please. Thank you. That was funny. I was just thinking that for August, nobody has really gotten Garuda yet. Or excuse me, Ganesha. And we have Garuda down here. So we pull Garuda, and I did it again. We pull Ganesha, and at the bottom of the deck here, we have Ganesha once again. So Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. So you might find some obstacles. It will be an obstacle to let go of the past, let go of some of this baggage here, and to step into your own. It will also be an obstacle of envy. Will also be an obstacle, but the Spirit is coming through and saying these obstacles will be removed. You don't need to focus on these. And again, speaking of this envy, we have a friend or enemy. And in this sense, this is speaking of the mind. And we will read the back of this. As you can see, there's this battle going on here. And this battle is between, you see, these are the same person battling. And this is, one is the mind, one is this true self. And on the back here it says, for one who has controlled the mind, it is the best of friends. But one who has failed to do so it remains the greatest enemy. So, like it said, if you are not in control of your mind, this becomes an inner enemy. But like the Buddha, if you're in control of your mind, this mind is at peace. This is serenity. Then the mind becomes the best of friends. It's not going to bother you then. And again, the divine, the spirit, is descending as if in a vision, removing these obstacles for you that you may have, whether it be monetary obstacles, obstacles of the mind, of envy, obstacles of impatientness, obstacles of letting go. The Spirit is coming down, descending, to remove these obstacles for you. And it says doubting soul. So don't be this doubting soul. Believe in your spiritual team and walk as though your obstacles have already been removed. And when you get to where there would be an obstacle, you will find that it has successfully been removed. So let's get 3 cards from the Gods and Goddesses deck for our Sagittariuses for what's on their spiritual path for August 2022, please. 3 cards. All right. 3 cards, please. Slow motion. All right. All right, thank you. This is not the same reading that Scorpio had at all, but there's definitely some similarities taking place here. So, Chaitanya, the golden avatar of Krishna, and Krishna is an avatar of Vishnu. So again, he has this Buddha-like serenity about him. And he's like this character here, reaching up to the divine as the divine descends. And he's walking. If you notice, he's not looking at where he's walking. He has his mind on his spiritual team because he knows that the obstacles will be removed for him. He doesn't have to necessarily watch his every step. And his blessings are a compassionate nature. So again, this compassion of the Buddha, this nurturing nature. Love of God and humanity. This is why you're making this structures, because you love the divine and the spirit, and you love humanity, and you want to give them a place where they can receive spiritual sustenance. Charity and service, again. Perfection in chanting of God's name. So this is speaking of like mantra. And again, you see he is 100% focused on the divine here. And then we have Mohani Murti, the divine enchantress. So this definitely has this Empress kind of vibe with kind of this more enchanting element to it. And it appears that what you're creating, it will serve man, the gods, the demons. It appears that this is going to serve all of the astral planes and the physical plane. This is a universal place. Because all of these entities, whether dark or light, are hungry for this divine nourishment. It's craved by every level of reality. And her blessings are the taste of the nectar of immortality. This, like I was just saying. The ability to not be overcome by sexual guile. So, enchanting, yes. But you won't be overcome by these lusts. Perception to see through tricksters and cheats. So this is, to me, speaking of the mind, this friend or enemy, you're going to be able to see through the game of the mind. And when you see the mind, it has to, it's like if you see somebody at, like, say, a party, and you know that they're not supposed to be at so-and-so's house, and they know that you know, and when you see them at the party, they have to tuck their head and slink out of that party because they know that they've been caught. It's like if there's a thief in the house and you turn on the lights, they got to quick find a place to hide. And this is this type of energy. You're going to be able to see the tricks of the mind and how it actually cheats you out of this serenity. And a knowledge of when it is appropriate to give preferential treatment. So, and this is why you're building this, is so that you can give what you have to offer in the right way. You are planting your seeds in fertile soil. You're not just throwing them out onto the concrete. You're throwing them in fertile soil here. And then again, we have Mahadev, Shiva, the god of destruction. Again, you got to let whatever this go. And this, the blessing is detachment from life's unexpected changes here. So this appears in the past you have gone through this unexpected change. And there's elements of the past that are trying to make this passage with you. Whether it be mentalities, people that no longer fit with you. And you're finding detachment. And this detachment will allow you to let whatever that is go. And the last blessing is worldly enjoyment and liberation, again with this Buddha energy. So you are finding this serenity. It appears one way or the other. So let's get 3 cards from the Morgan Tarot deck for our Sagittariuses, for what is on their spiritual path for August 2022. 3 cards, please. Let's try to do just 3 cards, please. Thank you. All right. Dog eat, dog food world. All right. As above, so below. One more, please. One more. No, no, no. Just one more, please. One more card, please. Thank you. At the bottom, we have a tee-hee. So the spirit is here with this whimsical energy, and I don't feel, I feel this card is more focused towards me. The spirit is having a little laugh at me right now. All right. Thank you. All right, so we have it's a dog eat dog food world. So here in this energy with this envy, and the spirit is saying in this energy, if in this team, if you with envy for what they have, not focusing on what you are bringing to the table, this within yourself will give a feeling of lack, or I'm not good enough, and this will read. People will be able to see this sense of lack on you. You're not lacking, but this sense of lack is a vibration that is put out, and people read that, and the universe gives us what we're vibrating at. So a dog eats dog food because it's a dog. But we've all, again, we all have had that dog or known a dog that thinks that it's a human, and when everybody sits down at the dinner table, it's ready to eat dinner at the dinner table. And sometimes it does. So the universe will give us what is appropriate for the vibration that we're holding. So if you have this sense of lack, the universe is going to say, okay, here is more lack. So it's reminding you to focus on your accomplishments and what you do bring to the table, the abundance that you're bringing here. And this will bring you an abundant plate. And this also speaks to that. As above, so below. There's a sense in our modern world that the spirit and the physical are two separate things. But these things are actually one thing that flow and move together. Like a swarm of birds. It's moving all together. When one part of it moves, the other part moves. And this is the as above, so below. So if you are in this lack state, the universe and the above is saying, okay, here's the lack that you are vibrating at. When you resonate at a high frequency, the universe is, okay, we're moving high now. We're moving low. And so it is moving with you. And it's not only moving with you, it is moving as you. The Spirit is moving as you. So remember that. And so this says, await further orders. So there's a sense you're going to get into this energy, you're creating this something, and there's going to be a moment of pause. And not to let this impatient energy take hold, and that this pause is necessary for gathering energy, for feeling this serenity, working on your inner climate. So there will be a pause, and that this pause is necessary. All right, let's get 3 cards from the Thoth deck. What are some hindrances on Sagittarius's spiritual path for August 2022? 3 cards, please. What are the hindrances on the spiritual path? All right, the Devil. Two more cards, please. Oh, I didn't even see that one there. All right. So we have the 7 of Wands, Valor. One more, please. One more, please. Thank you. And Victory. At the bottom of the deck, we have Sorrow. So I feel this. You have come out of this perhaps a negative energy, or at least something that didn't fit. And there is going to be an initial sorrow when letting that go. And the Spirit is saying, don't linger in that. Get moving quickly forward. Don't linger in that sorrow. There's going to be like this envy, like this sense of lack. There's going to be these inner shadows that come up. And this attachment again. That are going to resurface, as these things do, when we get into this place of serenity. This is where these things really pop up. And it's about utilizing what you've learned thus far to conquer the mind. Because if you haven't, it becomes the enemy here. Or at least the antagonist energy here. So conquering the mind, these shadow elements of yourself, doing your shadow work, and again, letting go of this, of these attachments is really going to help you out. So now this says Valor, but the 7 of Wands is this kind of defiant energy here. Kind of this guarded energy. So when we're stepping into this, now the Buddha isn't guarded, he's wide open. So you want to step into this collaboration unguarded. And with the Six of Wands, there's a sense in this dynamic that perhaps one shouldn't be riding higher than the others. This should be an even collaboration. And also, as it says, victory here. Don't be too quick to call victory. This is the beginning. This isn't this victory moment. This is the beginning. So hold off on calling victory because, yes, you have made this rite of passage and you should be proud of that. But the hard work has just begun. So let's get 3 cards from the Dreamscape's Oracle deck. For what is, 1 card please, for what is on Sagittarius' spiritual path for August 2022. 1 card please. Is it? 2. All right. All right. We have the light. And we have the prophet. So again, with the light, let's pull these cards really quick. As you can see, these 3 cards look very similar. They're all reaching for the light of the divine. Their focus is on the divine. They're all looking towards the divine. Their focus is completely on the light. So keeping your mind at a high vibration, knowing that your obstacles will be removed, this seems to be very important for August. And I would say that this is a lifelong endeavor to keep your mind's eye on the light. Keep your vibration high. If you feel it slump, do things that raise your vibration. And then we have the prophet card. And here she is very close with this snake. She's almost feel she's communicating with this snake. Then this snake speaks of hidden secret knowledge here. And this is kind of what you're bringing to the table. And you know kind of like where you're going. There's a propheticness about this. And perhaps in a dream, you knew you would do this. Or perhaps a psychic or a card reader has also told you that this is your destiny here. But there's a peering into the future taking place. So let's get a couple messages from the Oracle of Rama deck. First, we pick a divine guide. This one is calling me. We have Rama. Now, Rama is an incarnation of Krishna, and they're both incarnations of Vishnu here. So let's get 2 cards, 2 messages, please, for what is on Sagittarius' spiritual path for August 2022. 2 cards, 2 messages, please. Okay, all right. Thank you. One more, please. Oh boy. All right, one more card, please. One more card. Thank you. I really popped out of there. All right. So the message here is a wise woman's gift prepares us for the journey. So you are embarking on this journey. And again, when I spoke of this prophet energy, someone has planted a seed within you. This wise woman, this prophet. This person who has knowledge of the future here. And this is helping to prepare you for this journey. So, and you know who I'm talking about. So do pay attention and recall the best that you can what this person said to you. Because it is going to be important on your journey. This may not resonate with everybody, but this is for some people, is that you may have received an actual physical gift that is going to make it possible for you to make this journey here. This message is, seek the great person to attain the goal. So there's this team that you're needing to meet up with. So the journey is one part of it. Finding this team is another element of it. So seek these people out to attain this goal. And with things like the internet, this can be a lot easier than it used to be. But I'm really feeling that you are first going to come across this person in your the physical everyday movings of life. So let's get 3 cards from the tiny deck here. Whoa, all right. We'll take those also. We'll check these out first. All right. The mirror reflection. So this is this as above, so below. As you are in your heart, the mere reflection of the divine. There's this saying, and I believe it's Neem Crowley Baba, that says, clean the dust off the mirror of your soul and you will see the divine. And success, you are moving into this success. You'll be successful in this. And work. So again, this isn't the finish line. This is where the real work begins. And here we have this transformation that you are obviously going through. You've been through something. this rite of passage. You're having to let go of this baggage. You're moving forward with this ferocity. But then at some point in the journey, you set and you come into this serenity, this stability of energy, and into this team. This is a transformation. So this moment, and this is saying, stay in the moment. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Don't call victory yet. Stay in the moment. Enjoy the process. So sex. So we have the Devil card here, and we have the Divine Enchantress card, and the Mind. And so there's an element of in the moment, yes, enjoy sex. It is enjoyable, but don't get lost in the yearning for it. This yearning or this attachment will take you out of your serenity. So enjoy it, but don't have it become another attachment for you. And the last message, have a good time. Again, with the sex, enjoy the moment. Success, this work, you're one with the divine. Have a good time. Enjoy the ride. All right. Please give us 3 final cards for a parting message for what would you like to leave Sagittariuses on, for what's on their spiritual path for August 2022. 3 cards for a parting message, please. Okay. The Strength card. All right. So we have the Balance of the Temperance card. This one keeps popping up. And again, all right. We take. Let's scooch these down. That is wonderful energy right there. All right. So we have the Strength card. So you are showing incredible strength and courage. This rite of passage and the letting go, this really does require inner courage to let these things go. And you're having to believe in yourself here. And there is, again, this sorrow of having to leave these past things behind. But as I've heard, there's another reader named Chris that says if he turns around, he sees these cups that he still has behind him, and when he turns around, he'll notice this bridge that leads to this castle, this structure. So you have to leave this past energy behind. Essentially, you have the world in the palm of your hands, but you have to make the journey first. And at the end of the journey, you have this 10 of Cups energy. This is blissful. This is divine love, divine nourishment here. And then we have the Page of Cups. So listen to those intuitive messages that you received. And keep your vibration high, stay on solid ground here, and keep your curiosity open, because you're still going to learn. You have a lot to bring to the table, but you're going to learn as much as you are bringing to the table, and they're also going to learn from you. But keep your curiosity open. Curiosity for what you'll learn, but curiosity for what's around the bend of this journey. And here we have the Seven of Cups, so there is some illusions at play. And this also speaks of options here. So the illusion that you might be dealing with is thinking that you can bring this these attachments along with you across this. You can't actually. If we saw a boat going across the river with all these swords just standing on their own, that would be quite a shock, because that would be an illusion. So there is some illusionary aspects to this, and perhaps you have some other options of things that you could pursue. But your heart of hearts knows what you want to be engaged with. Let's see what's underneath that. The Judgment. So you are waking up to this truth. You're heeding this inner call of your heart, of the divine, and you're making your move. And we already know what's at the bottom here. The Temperance card. So what you might not see coming is this balance. Again, as above, so below. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot in the land. So you're doing this balancing act where in this energy where you have 1 foot in the spirit and 1 foot in the mundane world, and you are mixing these together. Your third eye is illuminated. You have the name of God in your heart, on your heart. And behind you, the sun is rising. This is a new day for you. So the divine is really encouraging you to take this step into this new path. So we're going to go ahead and leave this reading here. If any of this resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. It is really most appreciated, and I really do appreciate all of you, all who listened and watched. It really does mean a lot. And Sagittarius is sending you a lot of love and encouragement here for August. So Sagittarius, I'll catch you on the next go-round. Peace.